Happy Monday. So not a lot, but quite a lot.
Yeah, it's been screwed.
Looking good.
There's another one there for the radiator. One panel. See how much it's worth.
So it owes you nothing. Deal to be done, guys. Deal to be done.
We do need to do best car bought, best car sold, biggest headache, biggest win. Biggest headache is probably this thing. The guy that's just come in with that for his warranty is not the type of guy you'd expect to have fucking fluorescent balaclavas on his headrest. Have you seen?
There's a tiny little indentation where his windscreen chippers.
Oh, right, okay.
And he says, I'll be going through white plates regularly. I'm like, yeah, but we'll be replacing a £400 windscreen.
No, just get cat fill put on it. I've got cat fill stuff.
Also,
I might.
Personally, I just be like, mate, at some point you're going to start taking care of your own car.
yeah, his blind spot LED is bright on the passenger side and dim on the other side. I'm like,
And
yeah. Yeah. And this knock-in, he said it's apparently the fuel tanks in them in that particular year. He's been Googling, and he says, I notice it when it's full up and don't notice it when it's empty. I said, well, we'll make sure the fuel tank's not loose for you. Honestly.
You haven't bought a new car, my friend.
Yeah, I think I mean, I was kind of going through that with him, but he wasn't listening, he wasn't hearing what I was saying.
Nah, no worries.
If you cap his windscreen and make sure there's nothing wrong with the fuel tank,
Yeah, I might have to buy it.
But it's a blind spot indicator, and the blind spot's on your near side, not on the driver's
Well,
side.
if the blind spot works, and then there's nothing wrong with it. You can just say, well, you can get it forward and you can buy a new one
If
yourself.
it really bothers you, go and buy your own pissing LED and wire it in. But it works.
Diddle-diddle-diddle.
Happy Monday. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, suppose they can see it now, can't they? The video would have been out. Go on, check it out. See how it's looking.
Disconnected.
Well, start chucking everything in there. Need to build drawers and cabinets and whatever. Got some peg board on the wall.
Nice.
And then I'll get the Ethernet cable all the way up here to have Wi-Fi.
Sweet.
So not a lot, but quite a lot.
That's good though.
Getting late at night.
Yeah, a little bit, but
I popped in to see your old man about the flat. Apparently it's in his garage. It's not down the far.
flex.
Yeah, some 16-ounce flex.
Oh, right. I'm just going to stain these desks. Rather than going with the same stain, it's probably going to look very, very similar, although that's fine. This is oak. I'm just going to use some medium oak dye, which is very light, to be honest. But I think it'd be nice to have something. It'd be nice to have a bit of contrast, but we'll see. And then I'm going to put a clear wax over the top so it's got a nice smooth finish. So, that's the plan. I probably shouldn't do it this way.
Smart check.
Getting there, isn't it? Just do a bit of light now.
Yeah, I'll get these working first, okay?
I had a nightmare trying to get that level. Bear in mind the container's probably not level, so then trying to put the TV level, but no matter what I did, I think you ever had like those TV brackets, you get a cheap one and they just twisted? You put it up level, you put the bracket up level, you put the TV on, it's like, the f***? Oh, I was doing my
with a bracket and
I was doing my nut yesterday.
you don't think it was a container here, though? You think you're in a container?
No, I don't think so, but you know.
Yeah, I'm doing all that. The lights on. It's on the sockets. There's nothing plugged in, is there?
There's stuff, I mean,
Yeah, it's been screwed.
the obvious place to look first would be where I did the TV. Let's say I screwed it and moved it about 1,000,000 times. I mean, it could be the other ones as well, but it shouldn't be because they're on uprights. So, do you want to whip it off?
Take this one off and then look, yeah.
What do you do in this scenario if you're going through the thing? You've got to get it out and...
Yeah. See what we can do.
Looking good. And on schedule.
Your old man's got some joiners. Just a fraction of that. Yeah. I'll probably get a beat back by.
I think we could have just drilled all the way out and had it come straight through the side and it would have been whatever. How far will it go, Charlie? Will it go through the wall or not?
Oh yeah.
So I asked him if he's got a joiner over there, because I've got some smaller...
There's one in there, it came to the box.
Is there? Oh, well yeah.
Oh, not a joiner, sorry, that's a thick cable, just need a joiner, yeah. RJ45 Cat 6 joiner. He had something down the farm.
Paint the calipers, paint the hubs. Obviously leaving out the space for where the wheels actually sit, because yeah, I don't know why they even painted the hubs in the first place, but each to their own.
Just to the cam belt, water pump, and now bleeding the cooling system. One of the ones that don't like bleeding. So allegedly you open up the bleeds and water bleeds water out. Not. Piece of lead. And there's another one there for the radiator.
Just watching a walkthrough video from James at Chops. He's got a nice CLS Mercedes that we're going to buy. He might even deliver it to us on Thursday. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's reply and say yes, please. What's this like, Marky Mark?
Hey, what's that, mate?
What's this like?
It's not too bad. Like,
It's a manual. I always get these in a manual.
this was previous one that we sold.
Ah, is it? Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That explains why I've got it.
Yeah. So yeah, because he came back for a Jag, I want to say. Jag?
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure it was the Jag. But yeah. You know where I stand on VRSs. I love them. Especially the Mark 1s.
Oh, how are we doing? You okay? Yeah, well that's the plan. Yeah, it's hard to know which to do which way, but of course we got car supermarket up the road, so the sort of cheaper sort of daily everyday stuff. People tend to go there and have a look at 100 of them. But no, I have to admit, if I had a much better idea, like setting up drone register and selling drones and stuff, then I'd be all over it. But it's waiting until that sort of right thing comes along. I used to import a load of torches and stuff from China, and I used to be the biggest sort of importer of infrared torches at one point when I used to be into my shooting and stuff. So I've done all sorts over the years, but well, yeah, it's a lot of effort, but hopefully, it's like, I feel like it's compound interest. It builds and builds and builds, and all of a sudden, hopefully, it's growing quicker than you could expect it to. So, yeah, it's good. Yeah. Well, the amount of, I bought a drone, I got I can't remember what it was, a DJI Mini or something, and sort of showed it on the channel, and the amount of people who were messaging saying, "What was that drone?" because the shots were so good and whatever, that it's definitely they're receptive to it for sure. 100%. I can tell you what, that I wouldn't have ever thought that. I'd have thought, oh, it's too expensive or whatever. But you probably wouldn't get that much return. But having done it for myself with my car buying website, and now I feel like I've got to close that car buying website because I can't handle the volume just from mentioning it. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy how it works. Pleasure talking to you, mate. All right. Cheers. Bye. Mark Boyd of the Drone Register of Dragon's Den fame might sponsor us with some drones. Right, some of you may remember my BMW 7 Series that I bought a G3 the other day. I absolutely love this thing. Whether I'm going to keep it or not, I don't know, but it is lovely to drive. One problem I have noticed though is it is pinged up with a brake warning on the dashboard, and I kind of want to check it out. It says it wants brake pads, but I mean, we could put it in the workshop and check it, but we are very busy, and I thought I would just plug in my OBD11 and find out exactly which ones it is, so I can plan, get some ordered and get ahead of the workshop. And secondly, I want to know if there's any customization I can do to this bad boy. Let's plug it in and find out. If you haven't seen me talk about OBD11 before, I'm not confused about Roman numerals. It's a play on words, and this is the brand, OBD11. It is an OBD2 diagnostics tool, and it's absolutely tiny. But it works with an app on your phone, giving you loads of kind of dealer level diagnostics as well as a lot of customization, which is very, very cool for a very cheap price as well, I might add. So I'm just going to chuck this into our OBD2 port. Right, that's plugged in. I'm going to turn my ignition on. Then we'll go to my OBD11 app. It's going to ask me to connect, so I just click connect. It will find my OBD11 2 device, and it's going to check what car we're connected to. Right, so it's worked out that we're in a BMW 7 Series. It tells us our battery voltage is at 11.9. It's always handy to know. And it says tap to scan, which is what we're going to do, and hopefully we're not going to find too many other problems than just our brakes. Right, so it's found 7 faults. 1 engine, 1 braking, which I'm sure we know what that's going to be, and 5 under kind of general warning. So let's have a look at the engine first. Engine, automatic stop-start function. Speed reduction, automatic engine failure, stop-start. Now that could just be down to a low battery at some point, and that could be a historic fault. Brake wear sensor, front axle, replace the brake pads. So we know that it's front brake pads at least, and maybe it'll want discs as well, but we know it's fronts, not rears. And our other 5 faults, the stop-start, dynamic stability control, junction box, integrated chassis management, right electromotive retractor, I should say, that's for the seatbelt, and footwell rear electronics. I think we can clear all of those and then we'll drive it and we'll see what actually comes back, because I think a lot of those are related to a flat battery. Right, 2 have immediately come back. One which is the brake wear sensor, unsurprisingly, and one being junction box AUC sensor, internal sensor fault. Until we do brakes and things like that, we won't necessarily know. But anyway, we've now got 2 faults in there. That's not a problem. We're going to get it through workshop. We're going to sort that. What I'm more interested in is what OBD11 calls apps, and you can go to that section, and there is 1,000,001 customizations you can do to your car, especially on this 7 Series, it would see. So you can do useful things as well. Like if you change a battery in a BMW these days, it's not as simple as just chucking one in, connecting it up, and it's done. You need to tell the car that it's had a new battery, and you can do it with this. You can turn things like your seatbelt acoustic warnings off. So if you drive around on private roads and you don't want your seatbelt on and it bongs you all the time, you can turn that off. Warning tone. We can change our warning tones from BMW, which it currently is, to a mini one, to Rolls-Royce even. Should we do that? Should we have Rolls-Royce warning tones? So now if I open the door, it should be a lovely high-class Rolls-Royce chime. How nice is that? Another thing you can do, which would be quite handy, and you know, while we're here, why not? You can change your default setting for the stop-start. So let's have it disabled, because quite frankly, stop-start's quite annoying. And one other thing I want to do is Scandinavian DRLs, which means I think that our rear lights will be on with our DRLs on the front as well. Why not? So the list of modifications you can do seems pretty much endless on the OBD11 app, from things to do with your gearbox, to your instrument clusters, to multimedia. Well, you can spend more than a whole evening just trying to figure out what you could customize on your car for a very cheap price. And if you are interested in one, then make sure you check out the link below, because you can get a tasty little discount, or use my code SM. Anyway, back to the rest of the week.
As this came from Chops' garage, shall I mention all the dents on it? Battery's obviously knackered. There's a good sign on the coupe when the windows don't do what they should. You can see it. One panel. I think we might just get away with one. Yeah, we should be alright with just one panel. That one there. Don't think Mike will be able to sort that out. But you never know. We're lucky. I need the mileage. But yeah, other than that, very nice. 6448.
Well, the registration is on the car doesn't work, and he says it takes time to change. And I said, well, it doesn't, because my plate changed instantly when we did it.
It can do sometimes, but I mean, to be honest, that one, the private plate's still actually on it. Because we've had to, it's a long story. What do I do with the V5?
There we go.
Lost it. Oh no, it's on its way. I haven't got a V5 either. WF6. Does that say W? I'll see what else. I can't read it from there. See how much it's worth. Plus WF6 76448. Right, purchase now bought from. Right, so we will try and sell it for the princely sum of £13,790. drive. That's good to me. What do you think?
Hi, it's Adrian at Berrow Motors.
Oh, actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't need to worry
Give
about
you a
this.
registration.
Yeah.
You need a water pump, a drive belt, and a battery.
Good morning. You can come out to the new office with me. Settle down out there. Give Bashkin a break.
Is the Nissan Navara being sold from here, the white one?
No, I just want to take the drawers and everything out the back of it.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't want to send it to auction.
Yeah.
But yeah, got to find the energy to take the drawers out first.
Yes.
Alright, I'll be out the back if anyone wants me. Morning. How are you with dogs? Are you okay with dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you managed to sell a Fiat 500S. That must have been the hardest sell in the world, isn't it?
Really?
No, they're
No,
a piece of piss. Look,
gonna
they walk off, don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly.
They walk off. I was saying how cheap that was earlier, but apparently that's
The what?
how cheap that was when I came on to the forecourt first, but that's
The cash guy.
Cash guy, yeah, it's an Essence. I'm going to try one of these. How wafty is that? That's a cheap car, isn't it?
Yeah.
How wafty is that then? Have you had
I
a
haven't
drive
driven it. It literally came in part exchange today, so it doesn't even have a
Did
sponge
it?
over
So it
it.
owes you nothing.
Pretty
Deal
much.
to be done, guys. Deal to be done. I've been fancying one of these.
I'll walk around it and I'll do a stunning deal like you do for me.
Affordable prestige cars. Well, you know you need
That's I think he's in Glastonbury.
you
Affordable
need to
prestige.
double the margin in any Jaguar product that you do in the house, like you do on the Ranges.
Yeah.
Do you know much about it? Is he?
He's obviously a Jag guy. So he had a Jag F-Pace off of us. Went out this morning
Oh, okay.
that we bought from Quillen.
Because
Thank you, Quillen didn't hang around long.
L42 is going in for its MOT this week, so we'll see
yeah.
what that goes up, and it's slipping a bit in. Slipping a little bit. But I don't want to have a lot of
This will
money
be
in the car.
comfier than that.
Yeah, I would
Guarantee it.
imagine.
Not that I've ever driven it, but I just know.
Yeah.
Suits you, that does.
Don't try the hard sell on me, young man. That is a harder sell, the pop, but at least it's in a good colour. Or is that
My niece is gonna have that.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be why you haven't done the wheel trims then. Fair play. Have you seen how expensive the wheel trims are if you want to replace them on those?
I
With the
haven't,
chrome-
but I can. Oh yeah, I can believe
Yeah,
it.
with the chrome on. Big time. Yeah, you've got
You
loads
don't
of gaps,
want- you
mate.
don't
We need
want
to fill
a,
all these in, don't we?
A minivan, do you?
It's cheap with loads of margin, sure.
Well, it's 154,000 on it.
How did you end up with a minivan?
You get part exchange against a Mini Cooper S or something, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you sell it at that price, they'll give you a couple of grand in for you. You can have 4.5. It's quite a nice thing. The bonnet wants a polish, and everyone seems to really like it. But for some reason, we haven't had many.
I just bought an EOS and apparently out of 100 with retail.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want that.
That's completion of it. So what's your thoughts? Is that the first one you ever had?
Yeah,
What's your thoughts?
brilliant.
Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, even after I mean, I thought that Kia Soul I've still got is quite cool to
What
drive. As in, it makes a lot of sense to drive. So I can't imagine that much. I can see why people become like sort of
Everyone,
advocates of them.
you know, I like a V8, as everyone knows, but that.
Is it rapid?
Well, yeah, it's rapid. It's ridiculous. It's like a completely different type of acceleration.
Yeah.
It's instant. It makes you feel a bit sick. It's so like fast. But if you were to like rethink everything on a car to make it how you'd want it to be, like if you've got a big screen in the middle and you indicate left and you've got cameras, a big camera comes up. So you've not just got the wing mirrors, you've got the camera. If you're driving along, it picks up every person, pedestrian, motorbike, and puts it on a screen, maps it in front of you, and you obviously can put self-drive on the motorway, and it keeps you in the lanes. And
Well, the other thing with them is they're smooth, aren't they? I mean, what most people want, if they don't want something to hoon around with, they want a smooth, comfortable car. And I find that they're just really smooth. I haven't driven a Tesla, but the electric car I've got is really smooth to drive.
there's dog error. We need a Sunday cleaning person. Anyone local?
Grab the keys. Oh, he does hoovering and stuff as well then. Rightio, good to see you, mate.
And you?
Thanks for that.
You have to send me a bill for the second one.
Yeah, I will send you a bill. I'll do it, mate. First thing I'll do is sit in the car, mate. Send you a bill for the second one. Do you want me to take this dog with me?
I like you, mate. You're my fave. You're my favourite. It's my dog.
Get a bit calmer.
He's pretty chilled out.
How did it go this morning? All right.
Yeah, that's good.
What excuse did you give for me not being there?
Oh, I said you were delivering cars to me, so I'd let you off. Dave didn't turn up either.
Did he not?
No. He thought it was 4 o'clock for some reason, so he just like popped on.
Why? 4 o'clock, it's been the same time every time. Okay.
Apparently that's what it said in the link, but I don't think it did.
I just said that I was delivering cars that have been chucked off in told.
You've got to be on next week to Theo.
Oh
Mate.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll be up for that. Right, love to see you all.
And you.
Cheers. Lots of money.
Cheers. Catch you later. Take it easy.
I put the Qashqai and CLS on dealer kit. Do you want me to put the purchase prices on as well?
Of what, sorry? Of these 2 cars?
Qashqai and the CLS. That's the
Yeah,
only thing
yeah.
I've done. What were they? That's 6-ish for the.
CLS was 10,500,
Yeah.
and I wonder if we should come and agree with him.
Yeah, that is a good deal. That.
Oh, on dog sitting duties again, but she can't even furnish me with a dog lead. It's just left in her car, so I've got to use a power cable.
No, not that I've seen.
Come on.
Need a cheque for 25 quid, please, mate, and a debit card to get some tax. Send Mark down the post office.
He sent the wrong bit though. We only asked for the front part. He sent us like the whole unit. You sent us water pump with housing, and we just want water pump. Yeah, it's quite a big difference. Yeah, it's but it's like a 5-6 hour difference in job time. yeah. Have you got one on the shelf? That's a huge strip down difference. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you got one or nice one, spot on. Thank you so much for that, mate. Really kind of you. Cheers for that, dude. Thank you for that.
I know they got them because
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, it's £85. It's not much difference in price. I'm like, well, it is.
because it's the amount of work that's entailed.
It's still 50 quid difference in price, but yeah.
Exactly.
If you not just whip the water pump off of the housing.
We could, but they won't then accept it back.
They won't take it back in the price difference.
Oh, what if, I thought they might be saying they matched the price.
They've done that to us before.
Have they? I know I had it the last time I did one. I had the same thing. I asked for just the housing, and they gave us the whole assembly.
Right, be out in the office.
It's the like aquafoam sort of stuff, so it's just helping the water bead off of the car and giving it a bit of a ceramic finish to it, so it'll be extra shiny once it gets rinsed off. Yeah, that fizzing is supposed to be attacking all the nasties inside the paintwork and stuff, so they say.
Not really, they just put popping candy.
Yeah, that's it, it's just popping candy in there.
Celebrate the sale of the Range Rover. Celebrate the sale of that Range Rover.
You sold it.
I've taken a deposit on it. So, yeah. Subject to him seeing it, but he's going to love it because it's wonderful.
Morning. Gonna take all that and put it out in the new cabinet drawer things that are out there. Someone can tidy up the business office. Oh, that's just ooh, just odd. It's sweating in its own bag. Well, God, that's strong. I can stand that, but. End of day, Saturday. Let's walk the forecourt. Right, so it is Saturday, end of the week. It's been, it always feels busy, but good news is we had the new editor, Jason, start this week. He's getting into the swing of things. We've got a new valeter, Charlie, starting on Monday, so we should be able to pick up the pace on everything on that front as well. Things should start running smoother after getting our kind of extra office project done. And then I need to get on with buying more stock. So, you know, there may even be some auction videos, certainly ones buying online, but we might try and get to some auctions as well, because we do need to stock up, and there's some stuff here that needs to get off site that's not really for the forecourt here. That said, we do need to do best car bought, best car sold, biggest headache, and biggest win. Biggest headache is probably this thing. I mean, it's not really a headache, it's just problems. I won't give too much away because we are doing a video on that. Biggest win, our red cheap Range Rover, that's back, that's fixed. Stay tuned for a video on that. I'll tell you how much it cost me to fix that and what was wrong with it. There will be a video on that. So that's our biggest win, biggest loss, both Range Rover, unsurprisingly. Then we need to do best car bought and best car sold. And I think best car bought can also be car of the week this week, which would be down here. I don't know if we talked about it on the weekly yet or any of these channels on here, but the RS5 is here. Darren, who won the raffle for this, he took the £15,000 cash alternative. Can't really blame him. That made more sense for him. And we are delighted to have it on the forecourt here, and we've probably got quite a bit of interest in it already. So that is why that is there. I haven't not given out a prize. He's had £15,000 cash, the lucky sod. Yes, car of the week, best car bought. Good job we got the valeter coming on Monday because it is dirty. James at Chops Garage popped in earlier in the week and he delivered this to us. I think he'd bought it from one of his subscribers, and then we've had it from him in a trade deal. A very nice Mercedes CLS. I imagine it'd be a 250 because it's the 2.1 diesel, automatic, just got all the nice bits on it, cream leather. It's just a very nice thing, really. Then best car sold. What have we sold? We've sold Mercedes C-Class. He's just done a deal on today. And there has been others, but I can't think what they are. So we'll say it's the little Mercedes C-Class that we took in part exchange. Had quite a dent on the rear quarter. I don't know if we saw it before, but Mike of NW Dents sorted that out for us. Absolute treat. And it didn't hang around long at all. So that is it, really. Now we've completed the other office, I now need to sort out my old office so that we've got like a hot desk or somewhere for me to work as well. I'll tell you another one that did sell, and probably is a better sale, is the very nice grey hybrid Range Rover Sport. Let's have a quick look at that. This is the one that I took my niece to prom in. It was the nicest one. It was the one that had the brakes problem when we went and bought it at the same time as we bought the red/orange one that you saw up there. So that's probably best car sold this week, to be fair. Sorry, apologies to the Mercedes, but that's a very cool car. And it'll have, you know, a reasonable margin in it as well. And yeah, it signifies less Range Rovers on the forecourt. They're saying that. We've got the red Range Rover Sport just come back. The grey one, the full fat Range Rover, that'll be going off to get some work done. My dad's red one that we bought at auction, that's arrived. We need to put an MOT on that, make sure he's happy with it, and then we'll do a swap with his old one, so we'll have another Range Rover Sport back here. We also agreed to buy a Discovery Sport from Theo Bowen. No, sorry, I keep getting that wrong. It's Theo Cook of Bowen's Motors, or Bowen's Garage even. It's getting towards the end of the day, I'm getting tired. He will be on the podcast this following week. So by the time you watch this, the following morning, you'll be able to watch or listen to our Dealer Chat podcast featuring Theo, who we will have bought that Discovery Sport from. So that rounds it off for this week. I think that is everything. I can't tell you much more. Should be a bit more back to normal service next week. More cars, that sort of stuff, hopefully. Everyone, all the new staff and everything. New staff, new adventures, everyone gelling, hopefully, finding their feet, and Berrow Motors putting it into hyperdrive. You know, we will see, won't we? You'll have to subscribe and you'll have to like the video. You don't have to like the video, but I would really appreciate it. But you have to subscribe if you'd like to have a notification when this next video comes out. But if you really don't want to, then don't. I mean, that's fine. Just remember that 5 o'clock on a Saturday, there is always a Berrow Motors Weekly, unless we're having trouble uploading it, which does sometimes happen, but it won't be much longer after. Anyway, that's enough Joe's waffle. Thank you so much for watching. Do like it if you can. It would really help me out. Do subscribe if you'd like to. I'd also really appreciate it. That is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.